What's good, gamers? Wolf941 here, back with another Destiny 2 weapon review video. In this one, we're going to be going over the Nature Reclaimed Scout Rifle. Before we get too deep into the video, if y'all could click like and hit subscribe as well, that'd be really cool. We put out a video at least once a week on Fridays at noon Eastern Time, and I'd really appreciate if you would stick around for the future. Thank you very much. Alright, so the Nature Reclaimed Scout Rifle is a 200 RPM lightweight scout rifle in the energy slot that does solar damage. Comes from Iron Banner, and it's the most recent Iron Banner weapon that was added to the game. I'm pretty sure the first time it was available was this most recent run of Iron Banner. This is an incredibly boring archetype of weapon, and yet I was somehow having a fucking blast with it, man. The last lightweight they added, I did a video on, and nobody watched it because why would anybody? It was from last season. All those weapons were incredibly mid. Fucking god, I feel so old saying that. And to be honest, most lightweight scouts are just okay. This is the Nightwatch frame, and that shit makes me want to sleep. Now, despite mentioning a completely different scout, I'm going to be comparing Nature Reclaimed against Red Tape, Taraxipos, and Tarnished Metal. Red Tape's from last season, Taraxipos is from Guardian Games, and Tarnished Metal is craftable from Season of Plunder. Of the four, this thing has the lowest range, but it's by less than 5 points, and the highest stability and handling. Since range does matter, that might mean something, but scout rifles are one of the weapons where the range stat doesn't need to be worried about as much, because inherently they can fight a much further away than others. Now yeah, being sub 30 at a base is pretty rough, so I wouldn't sacrifice it anymore by running like steady rounds or something. But it's not the end of the world. A range masterwork, accurized, or a good barrel in one will all address that deficit very nicely. And personally speaking, I never felt absurd drop off or hit detection issues, so probably okay. Especially considering the perk options available. In column 3, we've got Outlaw, Killing Wind, Rapid Hit, Shoot to Loot, Lone Wolf, and Heal Clip. Outlaw is an easy-to-use bring-off perk that I don't think is worth investing over the others. The reload is rather quick with solar loaders on your gloves, so not worth wasting a perk slot on. Killing Wind is great for chaining and addresses the very shit range problem, but not really needed, and I think the mobility boost is also not really needed. Rapid Hit is awesome, and it synergizes with Precision Instrument in 4, but it's also a brain-off perk, and extra stability is always welcome. I think it's honestly a better pick than Outlaw. Shoot to Loot is not real. Lone Wolf is great. It's on the one that you're seeing in the clips on screen, and there are times where the extra aim assist was the difference between dropping a kill and not. I'm a big fan of this one right here, and with a scout you can afford to be a ways away from your teammates in trials or comp to gain the full benefit of the double stack version or whatever, so pretty good. Heal Clip is not bad and pairs well with Kill Clip in 4 exceptionally well. Now how in the shit you find yourself with a scout rifle comes to your playstyle, but since Nature Reclaimed is a lightweight, medium range dueling is not the worst way to play, so that extra regen and healing is pretty important, I would say. I'd personally like to try one with Rapid Hit and Kill Clip, but so far I haven't been lucky at Saladin yet, so I'll just go fuck myself. Lone Wolf is pretty goated either way. In column 4, you got Desperate Measures, Box Breathing, Explosive Payload, Incandescent, Precision Instrument, and Kill Clip. Desperate Measures is fine. I think that I'd rather have Kill Clip, but you know, it's okay. The Box Breathing is probably really good, but it's boring, and I don't want to encourage boring-ass play with scout rifles that are already inherently boring to fight with as an archetype, so please play more aggressively. I beg you. I do not want matches to last forever because there's somebody sitting in the back of the map with a scout rifle. Explosive Payload helps with dueling. I don't use it. Incandescent is cool, but it's not as good as other elemental effect on kill perks like Dragonfly or Volatile Rounds or... Is that Volatile Rounds that does that? I don't even remember what the Void one is called. Whatever. Precision Instrument would be fun if missing a shot wasn't the end of the world, and if it didn't take 4 stacks to get a 3-tap, making it really only useful for killing 2 people grouped together that aren't shooting at you at all. But if you're on Adderall, by all means, give it a shot. Kill Clip, while active, lets you 3-tap all resiliences, and that's my perk of choice. No messing about with different stacks, no ability use, just a simple kill, reload, profit. Easy. Easy. Skulking Wolf is an S-tier PvP origin trait, and I've seen a little less Void Hunter as of late, so I'm just going to count my blessings and pretend that On the Prowl got nerfed so I don't repeat myself in this video any more than I already have in, I think, 3 others at this point. Pair this with something close range in the kinetic slot. Nature Reclaimed is a scout rifle, so it struggles at really close range engagements. Shotguns, sidearms, SMGs. anything that you were looking for there. Very, very good choice. Very simple pairing. Aesthetically, it looks a little clunky. I never really enjoyed the way this weapon platform looked externally, but the sight is really nice, actually. It is a little weird that when you're moving, the reticle does, like, slide around almost, but you get used to that pretty quickly. And I really like the side with the detailing. It's a very clean and open sight. Big fan. And it sounds cool too. Like, you know, I do think this is one of the better designed aesthetically, autistically. I don't fucking know. What better designed weapons from a visual perspective, anyway. Not gonna lie, I might actually add this thing to my regular arsenal. It left an incredibly positive first impression on me, and it is still a scout rifle. So it's not exactly the most exciting weapon, but it thoroughly surprised me. And more fun Iron Banner weapons are always something I'm looking for in the Crucible, because it's PvP reward that helps me in PvP. I like that shit. All in all, I think it's worth trying to get yourself a good one, assuming that Iron Banner is around. There aren't very many perk options, so you're not going to be searching for the perfect roll forever. You could honestly make an argument for everything except Outlaw and Shoot to Loot and Precision Instrument. The other ones are they're okay. Like, it's you got a lot of choices. As long as you don't have any of those, it'll be at least an acceptable weapon. And engrams are also rather plentiful, assuming you've played enough Iron Banner and there's still time left for whatever it is. Hopefully it'll treat you as nice as it did me. I was not expecting this thing to be as fun and as engaging as it was, so good shit. And especially like an Iron Banner, where usually everyone's sweating their ass off and I have to play meta, or I, you know, get steamrolled, or I feel like shit. Nah, this is not the strongest weapon in the game, but it's a lot of fun, and it did a lot of work for me, so I think it's good enough to keep around for the future. Now, granted, I am pairing it with my Ultimach, and Ultimach is really fun, so maybe it's because I'm also, like, playing like that, it's just like my backup weapon, I don't know. But it's a lot of fucking fun, so I highly recommend you go get yourself a good one. Shorter video. I think I'm getting the hang of this now. not going off on tangents for nothing and wasting my time with shitty editing. But with that, that's going to do it for me today. If you guys are taking a look at this new scout rifle, I'd love to hear any of your thoughts and opinions on it in those comments down below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.